Hi everybody, how are you all doing today, baby whales? Hello, it's me. I was wondering if you want to talk about BTC. Let's go over my strategy so we can make some money over time. Did you guys like that? I was thinking of maybe making that into a song because I thought the lyrics was like really good. You know, it'd be probably one of the most original songs ever. In fact, I'd probably call it Hello, you know, and I'd probably play it on my computer that sings. Do you guys know what they call a computer that sings? They call it Adele, okay? Adele. I'm probably the only person in the world that laughs at my own jokes. Okay, we're gonna go over BTC now, guys. We're gonna do an update. I had like, I actually was sleeping today because I had a headache, and it was the first time I've had a headache in, oh geez, maybe like years. It's been a really long time actually. So it was weird taking one. Then I took like a Tylenol extra strength, and I kid you not, that it like disappeared in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And now I feel fantastic. And I want to update you guys and keep you up to date. And you know, a lot of people have suggested take a day off, take a day off. And I see that in a lot of the comments. And I really appreciate you guys looking out for my health as well. But I would also like to say that there's a massive social obligation, right? And a social responsibility to uphold and maintain. So sometimes I do want to take a day off, but I just don't because I love, first of all, doing what I'm doing. And secondly, I have this work ethic, if you guys have noticed by now. It's very driven, lots of enthusiasm, lots of positivity that I bring to the environment. And even if I'm sick, guys, even if I'm sick, I'm not going to disappear for a day. It's just not going to happen. Maybe I'll take a few days off when I'm dead, but other than that, I'm going to keep working at this, guys. So let's look into Bitcoin and see where we are at. For the people that don't know, the countdown thing is not just me, all right? The countdown thing is a bitfinex issue right now, and apparently they issued an announcement that a lot of people were telling me about. So there's nothing you guys can do about the countdown right now, except for just hang tight. So let's start off with the daily chart. Now, the daily chart is what is concerning me, all right? Because we're reaching kind of a pivotal moment right now, okay? We have to treat RSI. I'm using this chart because I don't want to clear my other charts. I'm going to go buy TradingView this week so I can see multiple charts, no worries. It's time. It's time now that I'm doing a lot of different analysis that I expand my tools a little bit there. It's not even about the money. I've just been lazy and I never needed it. But now it's definitely time. So before, this RSI was being treated as a resistance. Yes, you can treat RSI as a resistance as well. And the moment that we broke through out of here, this was the moment we broke out of 10K. It was when the battering ram started to come out, right? Or not 10K, this one was 94.99, that's right. It broke these previous highs over here. So we finally got a higher high on the RSI. Now, we're fighting between these regions over here, right? In fact, we're almost at this critical point for RSI, just around these ranges in general. So RSI is doing really good, but we have to remember Brown Cadence's RSI rule, right? The RSI rule states that anywhere from a very low number, which I will highlight for you right now. Do you guys like my voice, by the way? Isn't it so sexy? Because I just woke up. I woke up and I started recording this after I, settled in a little bit. I started recording this and I was speaking, right? And I'm like, whoa, who's this sexy Asian guy? He's like the Barry White of the Asians. I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, then after that, my voice is probably gonna end up sounding like this all day. So, here we go. So Brown's rule states this. It states that from a very low number for RSI to about 60, that is where the RSI support or resistance is, and that is what we would call a bearish zone. So we haven't officially broken into a high time frame overall trend of a uptrend yet, right? Not quite yet. Now, where's a neutral zone? A neutral zone is most likely around these regions here, okay? For example, in here, we can tell that yes, it was in the corrective phase, but it was more so in a sideways trend, you can call it, right? Like between these regions almost, according to the daily and the RSI. Now, I know it's a corrective phase and it's definitely downtrending, but according to Brown's rule, to a lot of people, it's almost a no trade zone. Excuse me there, sorry about that. So right here, we would definitely consider it a more neutral zone on a lower time frame as well, between say 35 and 60 according to Brown's law or Brown's rule. Now, a very bullish zone is considered between about 40 and very high RSIs, like to 90s. If we look on the daily chart, we actually peaked out at 92. So I think a lot of people were starting to enter their short positions around here, right? As soon as it started peaking up, even up, not 11, 12K, but as soon as it started peaking up, right around here, right around there, when the histogram was diverging and we were losing strength as well, I think a lot of people were starting to load up on their shorts. So just kind of to give you guys a basic idea of how Brown's works, okay? And that's very important to distinguish. Now, the moving averages that I use are 8, 21, 8, 13, 21, and 55. Those are my moving averages according to the to my style of day trading, right? Now, if we look on the daily chart, which we're on right now, what we see very clearly is that we just broke. See all of these right here, we were fighting in between the 85 and 9500 region. Excuse me, I still have a sore throat here. So the body of the candle was actually in between all of them. And then the next day, just yesterday, we actually did hurrah. We ended up shooting from 9,300 all the way to $10,176 to the point where it actually got right above the 21 moving average. And now it's bouncing off of a 21 moving average, which is a ridiculously good sign, okay? So I'm incredibly happy right now that we are doing fairly well. I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap for you guys right now, and let's take a look at this together, okay? So CoinMarketCap here says that we've done about, market cap by the way, congratulations everybody, we are almost at $481,000. Oh, by the way, speaking of numbers, I've actually reached the 100,000 subscribers and Twitter followers. Awesome. So yeah, normally I would do like a giveaway or something, but guess what guys, I'm not making any money off of you guys, so there's gonna be no giveaway. Hey yo. Right, everyone's like, why don't you do a giveaway, Philicon, for 100,000? I'm like, everything is free. I think that is the giveaway already, okay? If I was making money off of you guys, I would probably do a massive giveaway, but because I'm not, hey yo. You guys should be donating $1 to me. Whoa, that'd be so cool actually. Now that I think about it, instead of doing a giveaway, you guys should all donate $1 to me. Seriously, you guys should donate $1 to me. That is so funny. No, really, that is so crazy. Guys, see my donation address below? Everybody send me $1, okay? So instead of doing a traditional giveaway where I'm giving away something for hitting a milestone, because everything is free, you guys all have to send me $1 now, okay? Let's see how much we can get this up to. I'm dead serious. Send me $1. Send me $1, guys. Send me $1. Okay, I'm done. I'm just joking, okay, guys? You don't have to send me $1, but if you want to, that'd be really funny just to see how much you can get up to, just to give a little thank you back to me, right? So if 100,000 people sent me $1 for all the hard work that I've been doing, right? I would actually have like 100 grand. I'd probably buy like Luna. I'd probably like buy Luna a girlfriend or something. I'd probably buy her like another Pomeranian. Yeah, she's been on doggydating.com for a long time now, and it just hasn't been working out. So I think I just gotta buy her someone, you know? I just gotta buy her a new dog. Spend a lot of money on these chicks for hers. She's a BDL, you know? You guys know what a BDL is? You know, a black, lover? Yeah, she's a black dog lover, just so you guys know. She's a huge BDL, and so am I. We're all about the BDL, okay? Some of you guys are probably having a field day hearing me say this. But anyways, I was just joking about that dollar thing. So let's go over this now, all right? Joking, just not joking, just not joking. Joking, not joking. Is that how to say it? Okay, so we're at 10,187. The 24-hour volume is fairly respectable. Yesterday, we did $9 billion, and now we actually got all the way up to. So sorry about that. Yesterday we got up to $9 billion in volume, which is awesome, right? The market cap keeps going up and up and up every day. If you guys have noticed here, from say February 6th, when we were at $118 billion, we've gone up to $160 billion, which is about a 40% increase in market cap. Not only is it a 40% increase in market cap, but it has also gone up. We've gone up from 6K to about 10K. So we've gone up by more than 60%, guys. Congratulations. 60% I can't believe it's only been about 8 days. Awesome. So the volume has been slowly trickling up. Yesterday reached this peak at about 9 billion. And today we're at about $8.5 billion. So these things are important to get a gauge of the general market sentiment. And the general market sentiment is that, for 4.8 to 5.2K, it's kind of off the table for now, guys, for now, because we cannot assume anything but a bullish uptrend because of all these indicators, such as the market cap, such as the 24-hour volume, such as going from $6,000 all the way to 10,200 in 8 days only. So anyone who's bearish right now, I'd say it's more so biased. Maybe we'll have a bear short-term trend again, but that's something we'll address in the future. Keep in mind my style. My style is approaching it 1 day at a time. Everyone's asking, when are we going to reach all-time high? When are we going to get back to normal levels? Guys, I've got no idea any of those answers, okay? I have absolutely no idea at all, because we have to constantly evaluate data as it comes in. And as it stands, the current data that we have is an uptrend, okay? So we bounced off of the 21 EMA with actually a lot of volume yesterday, which is great, right? So, and here the histogram, we're positively upticking, but I need to make note of something right here. I need to make note that this is, of course, always a possibility, right? Where we go up, right? And then we're going to go down for a little bit, something like that. And right now, this is not a parabolic move up on the daily, right? This is a parabolic move up from here to here, for example, okay? Right there, that's a parabolic jump up. In 1 day, we literally went from 11,000 to 16,000 in 1 day, guys, okay? In 1 day, we went from 16K or 10K to 16K, right? That is a parabolic uptrend. Now let's go to the 12-hour chart and do a little bit of candlestick analysis as well. Wonderful. On the 12-hour chart here, we're actually starting to see a possible crossover happen, right? It's now being supported above the 55 EMA, and this is now going to fit my criteria to consider it a longer-term uptrend, which is great. But according to these rules of mine, we're actually just about to peak at an RSI resistance right here, which was around 17K. Remember that 60 number I was talking about? That right there, guys, is showing proof in the pudding that we're about to reach it, okay? On the 6-hour chart, it's starting to get a little bit of resistance. So we gotta always ask ourselves, hey, is this gonna break? Yeah, it will break eventually, guys. Nothing will move like that forever, okay? This will eventually break. I'm very certain of it, and it's just a matter of time. And I gauge RSI very differently than other people, right? I see it as supports and resistances. So, we got to look at something like that as well for the long term. Let me just have a sip of my water. My throat's still a little bit sore. I only drink water and 1 cup of coffee a day. I don't really drink a lot of soda in any way at all. Maybe a Dr. Pepper here and there, or Pepsi, something like that. So on the 3-hour chart, guys, we're actually starting to bearishly diverge, okay? The top is very near. I just want to say that right now. And I think a lot of people are probably taking their profit soon. We're double peaking at the top here, right? Not only did we double peak, but when we broke out of that channel, it also signaled for a lot of people to enter short positions as well. Right, we had a channel here, right around there, and we actually ended up breaking it from the RSI support. You gotta wonder what's going on here, right? And you also have to look at the MACD. It is bearishly diverging down right now, and it looks like it's gonna cross over very soon as well. So if we're looking at a micro time frame, such as the 3-hour chart here, what we're seeing is bearish divergence right here on the candles, right? Notice the candles right there. The volume is actually slowly going down here. Okay, and let's look at 6-hour candle one more time. On the 6-hour candle, what we're seeing is a series of bearish candles actually. Now, don't get me wrong, the market could easily will a massive uptrend, but because we don't have enough data to say much about this and just go on based on what we know, let's talk about this, okay? So here the volume is declining on the 6-hour chart here, and we see resistance, right? We see massive resistance here where it reached about 10K and profits were being taken. But because of the very short wick coming on the downside, it signaled for that the bulls were still in control. And that's when we got this massive rally from 9,500 to 10,000. That was only like in the 6-hour rally. And here we're starting to get a doji candle. And not only is it a doji candle, right, which it signals indecision, but this one finally downticked on the histogram right there. So now we say to ourselves, are the bulls losing control? And this is the candle that we're in right now, which is actually done in 4 minutes, about 4 minutes to me. I think it's 4 minutes, I've got no idea. I'll have to check on the other charts on TradingView. So then, not only do we get a doji there, but we're getting some sort of shooting star candle as well, okay? This shooting star candle right here, it signals that the bulls have attempted to push it up to the 10,271 range, but the bears quickly rejected them. And this is what you would call like a double tweezer formation, okay? So because we're not actually breaking this range over how many hours now, okay? We got, for example, this one here, the high, look right here. The high was 10,070. This one was 10,176. This one was 10,271, right? I'm not talking about 271, right? And now let's talk about the close, okay? The close, look right here, is 10,058, 9,996, 10,092. It is in such a tight range right here. Would you not agree with me? That we've attempted basically 3 times now, right? 3 times now to shatter it, but we couldn't. Every time the bulls tried to push it up, the bears pushed them right back down, right? And not only did they push them back down, let's now look at the close right here. The close actually. Sorry, I'm just confusing myself here for a second. Sorry, I think I'm looking at the wrong one here. Just my mistake. Look at the open, okay? The open here is actually right there. The open was 10,057. This one here, the close was 10,058. And this one here, the close was 10,076. So it's in a very tight range, but this one, it opened up here and it closed down here, right? So the close is actually 9,996. This one right here, the bulls ended up pushing back up and it closed at 10,076. But not only that, like the open itself here was 9,996. So you got to wonder to yourself, like, this is in such a tight range right now that which way is it going to break, right? And we look at the indicators, we'll get to it on a lower chart. So we're in such a tight range right now that many people are up in limbo right now and they're waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down right now? But this formation is definitely signaling some profit to be taken. And you know, if I were trading Bitcoin, I haven't traded Bitcoin for a while, guys. I've been, excuse me again. I've been trading more so on Ripple and Litecoin and Ethereum Classic right now. So then if I go to a 1-hour chart, I'm starting to see it like this. I'm starting to see some slight support that's bouncing. But the question is, when is it actually going to break down? When is it going to break down? And we don't know. We have no idea when. We're just going to do a very detailed candlestick analysis, and then we'll get to our Elliott wave section as well. This is where the market panicked a little bit, right? They panicked because it dropped from 10,200 to 10,087 or 9,993. But me, guys, I don't really panic when things like this happen because I just short the market. Put it that way. Okay, I think we're done with our candlestick analysis, right, guys? Let's leave it at that for now. And let's talk about some Elliott wave theory now. So this is a very detailed technical analysis, if you guys have noticed, okay? I like to be very thorough. Some people have suggested that I make shorter videos. It's not going to happen, guys. Do you guys know that these charts are really for me as well, right? And I'm just basically sharing it with the public. I don't have to share it with the public. You guys know that. But I need to, I'm not saying, sorry, that sounded weird. I didn't mean it like that at all. But what I'm saying is that I don't have to share my thoughts with the public, but what I want to do is be very thorough for myself so I can give the public an idea as well of how to be thorough when you're doing an analysis. Because People are saying, oh, I make it short, just get to the point. Well, those are the people that are probably going to be eaten alive by sharks like me in the game, okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I've been focusing on trading for a while now, and the people who want a magical solution that's very quick in 10 minutes to know when to buy, when to sell, and then they follow it blindly are the people that are probably going to be losing a lot of money over time. And I don't want that, guys. I want to make sure my demographic are not people who want quick answers with buy and sell signals. My demographic are people like you guys who have gotten to this point in the video already that are very determined to be successful when it comes to trading because you want to learn. And I need you guys to understand that now is the time to learn how to do technical analysis. Not a month from now, not 2 months from now, not 3 months from now. It is now. Why? Because you are going to miss out on the biggest bull trend in the history of mankind, and there will be nothing that anybody can do about it to stop Bitcoin. Do you guys understand that? You need to focus on honing these skills with razor sharp focus now. If you guys slack off, you guys are going to be left behind. I promise you, you're just going to be left behind by people like me, by people like I know a lot of people who are focused right now. They are determined to bang this down because they understand that this will be, once again, the biggest bull market in the history of mankind. And when we soar to new skies, to 30, 40, 50K this year, who knows, 100K, you guys are just going to be wondering, why did I not focus on technical analysis when I could have? And guys, I'm here to help you. You need to remember that. I'm here to be detailed, to be thorough. You guys notice how meticulous I am, how thorough, how detailed, how disciplined, how strong of a work ethic I have. And I'm not the only one out there, guys. I got a big group of friends online that I communicate with often, and they're just as determined and hardworking as I am. So you have to think about the competition. You have to think to yourself, am I going to be better than these people? Do I want to get on their level? Do I have what it takes to change my life this year? And the answer is yes, you do have what it takes because the potential is here. Just look up. It's right there. You guys can grab it. It's just a matter of, can you grab it, right? So you guys need to focus and understand that this technical analysis I do, it's for me to become a gazillionaire, to become a billionaire, to become a trillionaire. I'm just being hyperbolic there. Never hurts to embellish a little bit. But yes, guys, I do. I am, as much as I say that I'm not working as hard in trading right now. Obviously, I treat this as a game, and there's an end goal of making profit as well while trading, right? And this is how I approach TA, and it's how I will always approach TA. And I'm going to make sure that I put in this hard work to get to where I want to be, because I don't believe in slacking off. I have this amazing chance right now, guys. You guys do too. I have had the chance already to leave my career field. I've had my chance to walk away from real life, to not have to wear a suit and tie, to not have to go to work and conform to the norms of society. And I'm very grateful for it, and that's why I am here teaching the public and teaching you guys what I do for a living and how to do it well and how to do it right. So that's why these videos are very long, okay? I need to give that spiel to inspire you guys, to make you guys understand that buy and sell signals simply do not work. You know what they work for? They work for giving people like me your money, because we will take it if you don't know how to trade. Remember that this is the most fierce competition in the world, where even the strongest men will succumb to the weakness or to the strength of the market. And it doesn't matter how physically strong you are, the market has this special way of humbling you, and it will make you feel like a little child that's going to cry when you lose your money. And guys, you got to focus on technical analysis if you want to stay in the game. Never slack off when it comes to the hard work, because you guys have this chance, this one chance to get filthy freaking rich, okay? And if you don't put in the hard work, you're just going to see all of your friends. You're just going to see everybody on Twitter, on Reddit, on YouTube just get filthy rich, while you guys only could hope that, or only could have wished that you studied a little bit harder, right? So that's my spiel. I'm entirely done. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna get to this now. Okay, I got very, very motivated there to give you guys that talk, okay? And sometimes talks like that are necessary because I am not just here to give you guys these signals. I'm also here to teach you guys the psychological part of trading and the mental game, guys. I'm pointing at my temple right now. The mental game is much more important than you guys might realize. The discipline, the hard work, it's not just getting signals, okay? So please bear with me while we go through these long videos of mine because I want to help you guys get to where I know you could get to, okay? First things first, number one is my first wave point with an ABC in here. Number two, ABC coming down like this, right? Coming down like this. I will actually make this purple. Like that, okay? And now I've basically got a first subwave from what I see, and I see 5 waves somewhere in there right now. So these 5 waves, let's zoom in on a micro scale. Maybe a 30-minute chart would be better. I see 1, 2, and I see now 3, 4, and basically 5 somewhere in here. Right here. This is actually as ideal as it can get. Take a look at this. Correct me if I'm wrong though, please. 1, 2, 3, boom. Doesn't go into wave 4 territory. And 5. How could we not assume that the uptrend is pretty much over? And don't get me wrong. We can still make a very extended 5th wave, but regardless, this is the resistance area, okay? This is the major resistance. And how do we get this? 10,500, around there. Well, going all the way back, guys, I mean, all the way back, we're talking to even over here, okay, these ranges, right? Like that's one major range, this is another major range, this major range as well. So if we look at this one right here, we're seeing a lot of activity here, here, and here. So that's why we're having a lot of trouble breaking through it right now. And there are definitely some more bearish signs than bullish signs. But please don't get me wrong, we could actually end up highly, highly uptrending to get an extended 5th wave. But from what I see, it would be very hard to, okay? So now what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about how I see waves 1, I see waves 2 right here, and I see wave 3 up there. And where could wave 4 possibly land? That's a big question, right? So let's take a look at the charts and go a little bit further back here. Yeah, we got a lot of activity in this region as well. Perfect. I know there's activity in every region, right? Excuse me again, I can't stop coughing. I got a sore throat, guys, so please bear with me and excuse me there. So with lots of activity here where it uptrended, and then boom, it just ended up coming down, found support here as well, found support right in this region. This used to be a resistance, now it becomes a support, right? So now we cannot help but assume that the first level of support is between 9,500 and 9,750, okay? So that is where I think that the major support will be. This is where the major resistances were as well. And of course, just by identifying these resistances, it was really easy for us to acknowledge that this was going to get close to the top, right? So this trend line right here is pretty important, I'd say. I think it's pretty important where it's hovering, it's making a touch there, a 55 EMA touch. So I cannot help but assume that this is going to act as a pretty strong support zone above 9,500. Now I have to make note of the other support zone as well, which is the lower end right here, okay? Right here. This zone is fairly important to me, and it is between it's about the 9,900, 9,100 range, okay? Which I will actually make note of that as well. This is a support range too. This is going to be 89.42 to about 9,074. Okay, this is our support range too, just around here. This high was 90, let's be more accurate, let's go take a look at it. This was 87.40 and this was 90.74. Okay, 87.40 we'll say, 87.40. Okay, I'm just gonna annotate it, and I want you guys to see how I work as well. Okay, I want you guys to see what I do, how I'm annotating it as well, how I'm charting, what my process is. And that's really important to get a gauge of. And over time, you guys will also learn this very systematic approach that I have, right? So if wave failure occurs, okay, like I don't think this wave failure is right more so there. I'd say the wave failure is more so this right here, which I'll actually draw on here, like around this range. Okay, the wave failure range would be about 86 from 8650 about. Okay, we'll say 8500-ish, around there. We'll say 8600 actually. Right here, okay? Let's call this our wave 1 territory. Right here. This is wave 1 high. Wave 1 territory. Elliott, I'm going to write on here, Elliott wave states that wave from 4 cannot retrace into wave 1 territory by more than a wick on a high time frame in leveraged markets. If this occurs, if the overlapping occurs, then we consider it a wave failure. Okay, so this is very important to make note of. Wave 1 high is right there. So I'm going to delete this wave right here, okay? If a wave, actually no, I'll keep this here. If a wave failure does not occur and this support trend line holds, it will imply wave 5 has begun, right? Treat this trend line as a major support, right? I like that in here actually. We're gonna treat it as a major support, which could be broken. We never know, right? So I'm gonna treat this as a major support right there. And then now we have our support ranges, which is right here, 95.70. We've derived that already together, right? 95.70. This is a high right here, around the 90.74 ranges. Okay. Actually, was it? What was it at? No, that's a 9500 range, right? So we took this basically right here, this is a range that we're taking. We're just going to use this as a simple trend line, 9500 with a channel support right here, or this slope trend line support. We're going to treat our support range 2 from 87.40 and 90.74 by taking this specific range right here of the wave 1 territory of here. Okay. And we're going to say that Elliott wave states that that the wave 4 territory, or wave 4 cannot retrace the wave 4 territory. This is for overall though, okay? This is for the big one once we get up there. This one right here, I'm banking on it to hit, honestly, right around here. Around anywhere between 9,000 to 9,500, around one of these ranges. I don't want to give predictions, right? I'm more so focused on just giving you guys general ranges, and then we play it by ear because I'm a day trader. Impossible, guys, to talk about what's going to go on a week from now, 2 weeks from now. It's a lot better to do it my style, in my opinion, where we just gauge it by ear. So I'll be sure to post this chart online. I think you guys know where I stand right now, that we are near the top, okay? Major resistance zone is still between 10,000 and 10.5K. And then once we do a correction down there, we'll most likely end up correcting. We'll say, you know, that's going to be a really reasonable level to about 382 fib. But I don't really know. We'll have to play it by ear, and I'll get a lot closer to it as the time comes when we start our correcting, right? So I think we've done a candlestick analysis. I think we've done almost every type of analysis that I can imagine that I do in my end. Talked about RSI, talked about MACD, talked about histogram, talked about Elliott wave, talked about candlestick analysis. We went over the major supports, resistances. It's pretty thorough, this video. Yeah, just sometimes I like to do a little checklist in my head, right? I should probably start writing down a checklist of things to cover. But other than that, guys, I hope it has given you some insight on how to play this, right? Basically, the way to play this right now is you guys got to be patient. Entering right now is pure FOMO, guys. I mean, it would not make sense to enter a trade at all right now, right? I mean, if we got higher than 10,270, sure, enter a trade, right? I'd be really wise, but because the volume's dying and we're near the end of this wave uptrend and we're reaching critical resistance points right now, and there's more signs pointing to a bearish run in the next, say, a bearish run in the next day or two, than there are to a bullish side. Excuse me there, I almost coughed again. So other than that, I hope it's giving you guys some insight. If it has tremendously helped you, please upvote it on steemit, guys, and also like, share, and subscribe to stuff on Twitter and on YouTube as well. And if it has actually, you know what, in all seriousness, if I've actually helped you guys tremendously, send me that dollar. I kind of look forward to it, actually, just to see what will happen, kind of as a joke. So it's kind of like congratulations, Philicon, for hitting 100,000 subscribers and YouTube people, and instead of doing a giveaway, you guys are going to give to me. Take that however you will. Am I joking or not joking? Have a great night, baby whales, mini dolphins, and tiny, tiny little penguins. Have a great night now. I love you all. Bye.